What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's going to be diving into a deck that I kind of been mulling over the past few days, trying to figure out what the best kind of build was for, and that is actually going around playing this card that came with Streets of New Capenna, Devilish Valet. And I'm sure, you know, there's different variations, probably even very similar variations to the version I have here, but the idea here is what we're trying to do is we're trying to play a bunch of creature tokens out onto the battlefield, and then go in with the Devilish Valet, stacking this alliance ability, pretty much doubling the devil's power to the point of that with itself it can just kill your opponent in one shot. And overall, the deck is kind of glass cannon. We're just trying to go in it on our own ability here. I don't think this deck would really be super competitive, as we really don't play any sort of removal. We're just trying to get a big devil, swinging for big damage, and kind of one-shot our opponent in that regard. The way we do this is, other than the devil being that one big creature, we are going to be playing 4 copies of Gala Greeters here, a little bit of ramp, a little bit of +1/+1, and a little bit of life gain depending on the game situation. Then we have Black Market Tycoon, a 2-mana 2/2. At the beginning of our upkeep, it deals 2 damage to us for each creature, each treasure we control, and you can tap it to create a treasure token. So this is another creature that's going to help us ramp up a bit. Then we have 2 copies of Jukai Naturalist, a little bit of lifelink 2/2 that also makes our enchantments cost 1 less, as we do play a fair amount of enchantments in the deck. Then we have Wedding Announcement, yet again another enchantment that will produce a 1/1 creature token as long as we don't attack with 2 or more creatures in a single turn. And then if we attack with 2 or more creatures, we get to draw a card, and then at the third token that goes on it, we then give all our creatures +1/+1, just a little bit of some token generation to kind of help us out in that regard. And then we also have Adeline here, which every time we attack with it, we'll get a 1/1 creature token out of it, and then she also gets power based on the amount of creatures we control, and she also has vigilance for 3 mana. And then we have the Devilish Valet, Trample Haster, 1/3 that comes onto the battlefield, and we play in a creature other than itself, it doubles its power and toughness end of turn. And you may be wondering yourself why I haven't gotten to a point of where we're going to get that additional power from in one fell swoop. We still have Fable the Mirror Breaker, 3 mana, create a 2/2 red goblin creature token that whenever this creature attacks, create a treasure token. We can discard some cards, draw up to 2 cards, and then on the 3rd chapter we can exile it and make a Kiki Jiki mirror creature here. We can copy creature until end of turn. It also has haste. Here we have Stimulus Package, one of the ways that we can kind of make some creature tokens in, mass, as we can use the treasure tokens that we may be creating in the earlier game to sacrifice and create 1/1 green white citizen creature tokens. So this is definitely going to work well with Gala Greeters, also work well with Devilish Valet, pumping up our creatures in that regard. And then we also have Showdown of the Scalds, just to dig a little bit deeper, put +1/+1 counters on creatures we control on the 2nd and 3rd chapter, and just help us kind of, keep the pace going. Then we have Jetmir. As we start getting wider, our creatures start getting tougher and tougher, giving all our creatures +1/+0 for 3 or more creatures in Vigilance, giving our creatures +1/+0 in Trample as long as we have 6 or more, and then giving our creatures +1/+0 in Double Strike as long as we control 9 or more creatures. So overall, a very good card there. And then kind of like the big card that kind of helps us put a whole crap ton of creatures out or tokens out on one turn is going to be Rabble Rousing. This is kind of a card that I feel like is probably the best of the hideaway enchantments that I think we'll see play, in the fact that we can hide away for 5. Whenever we attack with 1 or more creatures, we create that many 1/1 green and white citizen creature tokens. And then if we control 10 or more creatures, you may play the exile card without playing its mana cost. So the idea here is we attack in and we get a bunch of tokens from this, which will then pump up the Devilish Valet, essentially making Devilish Valet into like a one-shot kill if we can get enough creature tokens out in one fell swoop. And then we also have 2 copies of Miria's Call for some additional mana if we need it in the early game, or we can play the big 4/4 White Angel creature tokens that we get 2 of, and then give all our other creatures indestructible in a turn. And then the mana base is pretty straightforward. I haven't playtested this deck really against the players just yet. I kind of put it together. I did a couple matches against Sparky, and I'm kind of giving you the first impressions of the deck as a whole. So I mean, I'm hoping to get a few victories out of this. We're going to jump into the play queue, as like I said, I don't think it's very competitive, so we're just going to jump into the play queue, kind of see what we get matched up of, and hopefully get a couple big explosions against our opponent in one fell swoop. We're on the play, and I think our hand is pretty good. Our mana is a little bit awkward, as we need this definitely for white, and we have a red mana source. This has to be green, so that's kind of how we're going to play it. We're probably going to play the Black Market Tycoon first, as I think we could play this on turn 3, as we really don't have a turn 3 play, so we'll definitely keep. So I'll play probably this on green, this on white, this on red, of course, because it's a mountain. All right, so we'll play this on green. say go. See what we're kind of matching up against, you know, what their first land's going to be. Definitely going to be interesting here. And I'm kind of curious if we can kind of, you know, get what we got going. And so it looks like some sort of mono red. Possibly. I mean, granted, it looks like we're Gruul. Okay. So it looks like some mono red aggro, which is not terrible. But they, you know, if we can kind of keep on, get enough tempo going, we could probably overwhelm them. Let's see here if they, you know, remove the Black Market Tycoon, as it is a little bit of ramp for us, what we could use possibly next turn, and kind of sneak out like a Stimulus package on turn 3, or even a Jet Mirror, which could be pretty big. But we'll definitely play this on white unless we draw a white mana source, or a land that produces white mana. They're thinking, I guess maybe they didn't draw a land and they just do the 1-drop, because typically in this sense, you know, you'd probably slam the land immediately and then play your creature again and probably swing, which I wouldn't block, and then would just get bounced back. All right, there we go. Second land. Okay. They're looking at my card and they're like, do I want to kill it? Maybe. Fireblade Charger's not bad. And Rabbit Battery. Interesting. So they didn't go the route of... whatchamacallit, though, killing the... They didn't play their 1-drop, I guess, because they didn't want to replay it. So I think this is where you go something like a Jet Mirror and get something big out, you know? Or we could get, you know, something like a Stimulus package for some of that additional ramp as well. But I think I want the Naturalist here. I think we play the Jet Mirror and make them have the removal, because this is a pretty big creature for them to kind of have to deal with this early. You know, 5/4 is a pretty big deal. And I guess that's the one benefit of the Black Market Tycoon, you know, having that, you know, as much as it doesn't tap for mana, it actually tapping for treasure is actually pretty good. I mean, if they also Fireblade Charger equip, okay, which they're not, is definitely good on our end. Which you don't control any treasures. That is a good land for us to draw. We will play a Naturalist. We will tap this to produce a treasure. We'll play Stimulus package, which then creates 2 treasures. And then I think we swing for 6. We get in pretty aggressive here, I think, because we're winning, you know, 6 Vigilance is definitely pretty good. They can't really kill it right now because they're tapped out. And then we can create some tokens if they want to do it that way. We probably don't block the Fireblade Charger in any regard. If they decide to move it around to the equipments. Sure. So they are also playing Devil. I'm not really sure what they're trying to do with their Devil here. Sure. Reconfigure it. It's a 2/4 with trample now. All right. I think we get wide here, right? Because I don't want to lose life for each treasure. And we'll just get wide and hopefully get trample soon. No, but this is fine. This is definitely very good. We'll attack all in with this to get our own Devil, I guess. And then we'll swing and we'll get a bunch of tokens in the process. And then we'll also get Double Strike. So I think that's one fell swoop where we kind of take them out. I mean, they really can't do much. I mean, they can Fireblade Charger, block something, ping the 1 damage from the Double Strike, but this is literally lethal right here because they can't block. They can't block and not prevent the trample / Double Strike damage. Yeah. All right, and that's a good win. I mean, granted, we didn't get Valet out, but we did get, you know, overwhelming presence there. Definitely good ramp in the beginning of the game. We're on the play. Mana's okay yet again. I guess we can play this for white, play that for red. We have Black Market Tycoon yet again on turn 1, which is definitely very good. I think we play this at first on green, this on red, and then hopefully maybe we'll see if we draw a red or a white mana source by then and kind of figure out from there. Looks like some sort of mono green, which is fine. Definitely that's good. We'll keep this on red. We will then play Black Market Tycoon. There's a possibility that we could also play the Galligrators, but I think that's where we may want to have a way to possibly produce extra tokens and pump it up that way. All right, we got 2 mana. All right, they're not going to play anything. Oh, nope. Maybe. Wait. Nope. Never mind. Thought about it. And then I was like, no. Okay, so we're at 3-4 mana. I think it's just the Mirror Breaker, right? I don't think we really do anything. I mean, we're not really in a position to play like a Rabble Rouse in a turn early. I don't really think I need to create a treasure. So I think I'm just going to pass and say go. I mean, they can double block, which there's no reason to then attack in with the Black Market Tycoon. So I'll leave it open. Next turn, I mean, we get a big turn here. We could Rabble Rouse in. That's fine. Chariot is okay in my book. We could also even discard stuff if that's the case. Maybe it's tough. Definitely tough in the position we're in. I could have possibly even cycled. I actually like what we have. So I think we keep. As much as I would love to draw more, I think this is definitely a keepable hand. So that makes it cost 1 less. Goes down to 4. Wait. This. Great treasure. We'll Rabble Rousing. We'll auto pay. See what we get underneath. See if we get something big. We're just essentially playing traditional. I guess we'll Rabble Rousing for another Rabble Rousing. I mean, we could get a 1/1. They pretty much accrue their Chariot, so I don't think there's a good attack here, in that sense. But I mean, I would attack, but I would just be attacking into a Chariot. There's no point. They could have enchantment removal, which would kind of ruin our plan. Looks like an accrue Chariot. That's fine. Make another cat token. We can just get our engine out. We'll be good. You'd assume if they're going to accrue immediately, they go immediately to attack, but it's like we're hesitating here. Like we're not going immediately to the combat phase, so maybe they have something else to play. Sure. A Blizzard Ball is fine. You can attack in with your things. So we're holding one back. I guess maybe they have a follow-up play because it's like they held the Sentinel back. It's also weird, right? You know, regardless of which way they want to do it, they could have just put it on the Seeker's Chariot and then still attacked him for 5, but they decided to put it on the Sentinel and give him that indestructible. Not really sure what the idea behind it is, but interesting. Definitely an interesting play here. We could play Adeline, right? Which would then give our attack a little bit more oomph to it. We could Gallagreeters, swing in and kind of see what happens. Like we could Gallagreeters and then play Naturalist and then maybe keep Adeline for next turn as a possibility. Just as a way to kind of, you know, generate some mana. I don't have another green source. It's probably... Well, I guess in that case, we just choose... We'll just play... We'll play Adeline then. I guess we keep the mana. And then we say go. I can't attack. We're definitely not in a good spot here just because they have a bunch of creatures and they're just like one fight spell away from I'm kind of getting rid of our Adeline, which is be another way to generate some pressure. Which to me this seems like it's also definitely like a fight spell turn. And this is where they put they Blizzard Brawl on the Adeline. But it looks like they hold back, which is interesting. That's fine. I think I take the 4. I'll be quite honest. I'll take the 4. I only go down to 10. It's not really like I'm not in a position that I feel like I'm far away from dying from this. And I mean, regardless of what happens next turn, I mean, we'll get something out of it. We're gonna definitely also take 2 from the black market tycoon. Maybe they have another fight spell. I don't know. I didn't block, and we're still sitting on like a response of some sort. All right, that's fine. That is fine. They got that extra damage in, which they wanted. It's fine. I'll take 2. That's good. Can I do this in any sort of other way? Do this. The enchantment now costs 3. We then replace the treasure token, get another thing here. We can create a treasure token. None of their stuff actually has trample, so we're not in that worry. And then we create 2 treasures. Use one of the treasures and create a token that's a copy of another creature we control. I can create another this by sacrificing a creature, which is fine. I think this is still a fine play. You know, I can attack in. I can gain some life. I mean, I'll attack him for 2. You know, I'll gain some life, get a token out of it, trigger in another Gallagreators. I could have attacked him with more, but I think we'll play it slow. We're down. We're not trying to put too much pressure. Be up to 8, one way or the other. That's fine. Kill your cat. I get 2 life out of it. You also go down 1 less creature. We say go. We don't have a token anymore. I could have also held it back. There's a couple different plays I could have done there. But yet again, we're not really, you know, we're low on life. We're not trying to force our way through. Our opponent's on, let's just play Chariot and force our way through damage-wise. Pass to attackers. I'll just make a cat, you know, nothing crazy. Okay. That's fine. In response, we'll blow up our tap treasure. We'll create a tap treasure. We'll blow up a tap treasure. I mean, we can create another treasure, so I mean, we can pop all our treasures this turn. It's not a big deal. We'll put +1/+1 counter on the greeters. We'll go to blockers. Pass the blockers. Some tokens. Let's see what happens. If they pump their 2/2, that's fine. That's good for them. I mean, their 6/6 doesn't really have a ton of stuff. Sure, we can trade. And before that, I will, you know, I'll destroy my last treasure, create an additional token, gain 2 life, and we'll take, you know, we'll trade. And it's fine. I don't think we're in a weird position that our opponent's going to kill us now. Okay, they want to make sure their cat doesn't die, which is weird, but they decide to use their removal, their protection. So if we draw a devil here, right, we'll hit for big damage. And that's like the hope. Is like my hope is we draw a devil here. They're thinking about whatever their follow-up is. Okay, Pack leader. Cool. Cool. We don't have any treasures anymore, so we don't get dealt any damage. That's not really great. I play this on white. Right, that's 5, 6. Doesn't really do much there. I was gonna think if I could create something out of that, but not really much. I could swing in for 4 with the lifelinker and the 4 1/1s and create more 1/1s, which puts me at 10, which then flips Rabble Rousing, which I think is the play. Sure. Get through for some damage, which is fine, but yet again, I created a bunch of 1/1s to replace, triggering my thing, getting a little bit of life. Yeah, I'm cool with that. And turn. It's as if nothing happened. We're still at 14. Possibly flipping another Rabble Rousing, which they don't know what's underneath it. Which means we'll just double our thing. Toski's perfectly fine in this situation. They're going to probably crew, I would assume. Sure. Get more cats. By crewing their cats that could attack, that means they have less attacks here. Pass to attackers. Sure. And I'm assuming with their 6/6. Not their 2/2. Okay. So what I do here is it's kind of like almost like a Hail Mary, right? But what I'm about to do, that's fine. Sure. So what I'll do is I will tap 1. I'm going to create a token here of this. I'm then going to use them both as blockers, create additional treasure, which brings me up to 7. Next turn I can play an Amirius Call. I mean, they could have a response. Nope, not trying to do that. We'll pass the blockers. And I know this sounds a little weird, right? That I'm doing it this way. But my idea is I'm going to pump treasure. I'm not going to lose life equal to their secondary ability. Get additional treasure out of this. We're going to be able to Amirius Call, essentially, you know, making our collection of tokens now massive with you know how many we have, and all we need then is just the one big drop, the one that gives double strike, trample, vigilance would be a good way to finish. If we draw a devil here, the devil will just essentially turn into you know, a big old damage. You just can't make this up, you know. And once we drop this, I think the game's essentially over. Maybe, I don't know. It's gonna be a lot of damage, a lot of double strike. I'm just gonna attack in with everything. I'm not even gonna Amirius Call. We attack in with 5 things. We generate 15. We generate 10 tokens, and the game kind of borks a little bit. We'll flip over. You know, we'll flip over our Showdown on the Scalds. We'll gain 4 more cards. Ooh, we were so close to the devil. So they got a block. I mean, they can throw enough things in front of like the devil, right? Or the reflection that could do something. But they don't have trample on anything here. So regardless of whatever happens, we're just gonna have an army of tokens every turn that we attack in from now go forward. If they survive, they survive. And that's fine. I mean, I don't think they're dead. I think they're low after this. Sure. I don't need to make a token out of anything. All right. Sure. All right. All right, we got our open in hand. It's not great. We're missing red. But with Gallic Readers, maybe we could kind of pull it off. We do have, Adeline. We could play, we could play Amiria's Call. We could possibly draw a red mana source. So this is definitely a keep. It's not a strong keep, but it's a keep regardless. So we'll play this on green. Hopefully draw our hoping for a white mana source. That's not the greatest. This is tough, right? Because it's like I can get this down, definitely get the red out, or I can get this down and get the Gallic Readers out, hopefully to draw an untapped mana next turn. So it's definitely puts us in a tough spot. I think we play this and maybe just put something out. I don't know. It's definitely a tough call. I think getting Gallic Readers out, making some sort of threat on the board, will make it hard for them to maybe, if they have something, deal with it. Looks like it's some sort of maybe Bant deck that they're trying to ramp up here for a second. Yet again, tough. I'll take one. We got a red mana source, which is good, I think. Yeah, I definitely play this on red. We'll play Devil. I think we'll put a +1/+1 counter on Gallic Readers, and might as well. Why not just attack? I don't think it's a big deal. Next turn, we play Jetmir. If we draw a white mana source that's untapped, we can play Adeline, which then gives all our things, gives it everything like that additional trigger. Okay, so it looks like we're playing Bant Ramp, I guess is the best way to put it. And they're going to go for a land, which is interesting, right? Ban control. Interesting. That's not a bad play. In the sense that, we could pump the Valet. Valet's not dead. We can pump Gallic Readers out of it. We could play our Jetmir Garden. We play this. Yeah, I mean, might as well pump and then maybe swing at Ren. Maybe make them have to block it. So it's not completely dead. Next turn could be an actual Jetmir, which is not bad. I do think there's removal in this deck, so there is a possibility of a board wipe of some sort, which is always a threat with these style of decks. A showdown wouldn't be too bad, and they're going to create a Tree Folk, which is good for us, because that means they're not kind of board wipe. That means they're trying to protect Ren. All right, so now the real challenge is now how do we get through their board, right? Their board is definitely in a position that doesn't favor us. Let's see. We have all our colors. What is the best play? Is it Adeline and then you pump the Devil and throw the Devil in as sacrifice? Because the goes to 3, goes to 6. It's a possibility, and then you get over for 1, which is a good possibility if we actually swing at that. We'll play an additional red. I think red's a more important color in the deck. Play this. We need the tap treasure counter, I think, personally. And then it goes to 2, goes to 4, which is not great. And I think we don't attack then, if that's the case. I got my math wrong. I thought it doubled. And for some reason, I was thinking 3 instead of 2. 6/6 is fine. I don't think we're any pressure. They can draw a bunch of lands. I'm going to assume Storm the Festival could be a thing. Gallic Readers is fine. Jetmir's cool. Gallagher's stick. Is there stick? There's no stick, so that's good. We'll put a +1/+1 counter. We will auto pay Jetmir. We will create a tap treasure token. We'll create a tap treasure token. So these all have vigilance. And I think it's just an all-out attack at their face, and they have to defend. I mean, they could have, you know, some sort of bounce, and that's perfectly fine. And then we also get another little 3/1. We gain some life. We'll give this one +1/+1. And is that game? All right, that's game in one swing. Sweet. Opponent goes first. Definitely a promising hand. We have our colors. Yet again, we just got to make sure we play the lands on the proper colors, which is not a big deal. Going on being on the draw is definitely maybe not a benefit of this deck, but if we get against an opponent who plays a little bit slower, you know, like their deck's not popping off on turn 1, I think we'll be fine. We'll play this on green. We have Black Market Dealer. All right, some sort of mono green. Maybe they're missing another color. I'm not sure. It's still early. Another Devil, not bad. We'll play Mountain. We'll play our Black Market Tycoon. All right, some sort of topiary deck. It's not a big deal. You know, we just gotta get our threats on the board early. We have no treasures. We can ramp here. We can play a Jetmir. We have 2 of them now in hand, which is crazy. Jetmir's just kind of glued to our hand in a weird way. I don't know why. We can also play Rabble Rousing. We could tap out. Oh, no, we can't tap out for Rabble Rousing. We're still 1 mana short. That's a my bad. I think we activate and we get on the Jetmir train, I think is the play. You know, just kind of putting some pressure. Nothing too crazy. They're a little ways away. They're probably going to play, you know, Storm the Festival. Seems very likely. You know, they just need that 1 additional land, Storm the Festival. They're away from a Trophy Stomper. Our Topiary Stomper, I should say, from attacking, unless they can somehow manage to get 3 more lands out in this turn. Oof. Okay. That's fine. I will block your 4/4. I have another. I don't think they were expecting that. We don't have any treasures. That's fine. We draw a land. Perfect. I think we play this on red. Play another Tycoon. Could play Devil into a Tycoon and then swing in for 2. And see if they block. We'll swing in for 2, see what's up. Awesome. Next turn's a Rabble Rousing, which then we swing in for a bunch. Froghemoth is perfectly fine. I'm not worried about a Froghemoth. If they decide to attack in sure. Eat our graveyard. No blocks. I'll take all 4. I only have 1 card in graveyard, so it's only going to go up to a 5/5. Rabble Rousing's going to hurt this turn. We have no treasures. Land's cool. We create a treasure. We play Rabble Rousing. Auto pay. And we get stimulus package. Definitely a tough call. We'll swing in. We'll get our tokens. Goes up to a 4/3. They can't block with their topiary yet. They take 6. Are they gonna bump it? That's fine. They can take out one of our Black Market Tycoons. It means it's good on our end if that's what they're doing with their you know, protection. Nope, no blocks. You get another 1 token. Next turn could be a Jetmir, and Jetmir would just essentially end the game, I think. Or they're gonna die based on the attack. Because if we look at it, right? Oh, I clicked the button. We had 4 attackers. We get 4 tokens, 4 triggers. Combined with Jetmir, we get 2+2+0, vigilance and trample for all our creatures. We get then 8 creatures. Yeah, we get like 4 triggers, which wouldn't be too crazy, but it'd be Big Devil. On the play, definitely a great hand. We have our mana colors. We got Gallagher, we got Black Market Tycoon. Jetmir's awesome. Definitely a great start in hand, I think, color-wise. You just need that additional mana source. All right, playing mono red, probably goblins. Mono red goblins, I would assume. That's a very goblin-esque card. Let's see if our Tycoon lives. We're not going to block regardless, so we'll let them do their thing. If they want to remove the Tycoon, great. They have the mana to do so. Yeah, it looks like they're going to Royal Eruption it. I guess they don't have any bolts, so not a big deal. Slows us down a little bit because that's one of our big spells. Yet again, I'll throw a 1/1 out there, see what they do. If they can't remove it, Stimulus Package next turn is going to be great for us. Sure. According to the Royal Eruptions is perfect because those can go face. Their Frostbites can't. I mean, I have all my colors, so I'll put this on red. We'll see what's up. I mean, we'll play our 1/3. I'm not going to attack. I'll sit back. Maybe they won't attack into a 1/3. But yet again, it's a goblin player. It's a possibility. They may just be their idea to swing face. I won't allow it. I mean, if they have a Frostbolt, they have a Frostbolt. They're like, they didn't block. Wow. I mean, it's a possibility they have a card, that is going to help them. I think, we're going to play a Stimulus Package. Create 2 treasures. We'll play this on white and create a wedding announcement, I think is the play. And we'll just kind of stockpile some blockers. I know I don't have any treasures right now for Stimulus Package, but we have ways of making treasures in the later game. Sure. We'll block the 4/2. Not still yet again. Not on any pressure. No, don't feel any pressure. Rabble Rousing's great. This is gonna allow us to kind of get through. Why not another Rabble Rousing? I know it's a little crazy. They're not gonna block. If we attack, we still get a 1/1. We also get another 1/1. So yeah, we'll attack. We'll get a 1/1, which could be used as a blocker. We'll hit them for 2. They could also block. It's fine. I'll get a 1/1 out of the wedding announcement. So either way, it's fine. Jetmir next turn could be game breaking for him. They may not be seeing it coming. I could take all this damage. Not really worried. Sure. Probably should have played. I guess they're just going in on goblins. That's acceptable. I'll take 6. We'll Jetmir here. We will then go to combat. We'll swing it for 2. Also getting 2 more tokens. If they want to block, they can block. We'll still draw, which is fine. No? So they're going to get rid of 2 tokens in the process or do 2 to our face. I'm not really sure. See what I would say, go upstairs. Yeah. Upstairs is the place. We'll draw. Not really sure what we would draw in this situation, but we do get pumped up, which 7/5 is good. 2 3/2s are fine. We're at 6. If they didn't, burn those Royal Eruptions, maybe. Looks like it's probably game with just that. Because then they get the pump. All right. You could just kind of go. Also, why would you do that? Yeah, I don't know. They should just swing. They don't have to do anything crazy there. They're in a good position. Opponent goes first. Good hand. Good lands. We hit all our colors. This can go for green. This is every color, and this can be red and white. So it's turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Turn 2, possibly turn 3. We start here. Some sort of mono red deck, you know, red mana. We got Den of the Bugbear. All right, Den of the Bugbear. We got Mountain. Mono red control. Not really sure. I mean, sure, if they want to use their burn, that's fine. It's a 2/2 that creates some treasure. Light Up the Sky is what they use on their turn 2. So I think we'll take turn 2 off, or turn 3 off, and we'll just play another Black Market Tycoon. So if that's all they have for removal, I think that's good in our end, and then we get a tap land out in what could be a game where mana is going to be very dependent. Yet again, sure, another Light Up the Sky. Awesome. We'll get Wet Announcement out. We'll slowly pump out some tokens. They can slowly remove our tokens. They're also mana screwed, it looks like. Oh, they got their 3rd mana. I know the 1/1's kind of scary. I think this turn we go on the aggressive. We play our no, that doesn't really do anything. But we'll play Jetmir. We have 2. We're not going to swing into a 2/2. We'll get another token. This is going to make it hard for them to attack in now because we do have 2/1 blockers. They're thinking about this card in. So I'm kind of curious, right? Because all we've seen right now are 2 Light Up the Skies. What else is in their hand? And it looks like they're missing colors. Or they're playing some sort of red deck and they're playing that Jund card with haste. I'm not 100% sure. But we're in a good position here because we kind of control this. If we draw, like, you know, our hideaway card, we can pump out some tokens, which then get pumped up with Jetmir. We have a few options, but yet again, I haven't seen as much removal. Light Up the Sky is kind of a weird call here. I'll block with a 2/1 if they want to trade. If they want to remove it, it's fine, but might as well offer the 1. We have Vigilance, so we can attack in. Interesting that they played that on... they played that like 2nd, if that makes sense. I'll swing him for 6. I'm not gonna swing with both just because I don't want to draw a card. But yet again, we'll pump up yet again. Puts us in a good spot. These are 3 2s. They get a 2/2 out of it. Definitely in a good position. So it looks like some sort of mono red mid range kind of style deck, which seems interesting. Not sure what they're trying to go for though. Is this gonna be a turn we see like a Den of the Bugbear? All right, we got Reckless Stormseeker. Cool. Gonna start the night and day cycle. We take 1 damage. Keep a mana open on itself. Not gonna do anything though, which is good for us. So I think this is a play where I see if they do anything, but I'm going to play this first and trigger. So this pumps, and then we swing in for this much, 13. It's not lethal, but it definitely puts them in a weird position. They probably should block. And we'll definitely trade. And then we'll just play another one because that's why we attacked. And they're definitely in a weird spot, right? We got lethal on board in various ways. They only have 1 creature. It's fine. They can't really attack in with it because they'll be dead on the return swing. A 1/1, so they're just putting up protection now. It looks like, and then we just need 1 Rabble Rousing, I think. Darn. All right, so let's see. If we look at board, so they can make another 4. They can make a 3/3, right? With their reflection, they have a 1/1 blocker. We have a 7/5, 4/3, 3/4. We have lethal on board. They could chump, the 3 2s and then put bigger things in front of the bigger things. I think the play is just to swing. and let them do the math. They can, like I said, they can create one additional blocker if that's what they want to do. But they really have to, you know, block this. There's lethal on the board in multiple ways. They decide to pump the 1/1, which is a weird play, I would say. I'm not sure why you would block a 1/1, or why would you do that? Why would you put? Oh, because the Agnes is legendary. I completely forgot, and that's fine. Sure. It's nighttime. They have 2 cards in hand. Yet again, we're at 23, not underneath any pressure to lose in one swing. It's unfortunate the Devil had to go, but yet again, had to put the pressure on them to make the right blocks. They have mana open to now play their Den of the Bugbear and stuff. But I don't think they can swing. Sure, they create a tap treasure. A 2/2. I'll take 2. I'm at 23. I think they have a removal because they were maybe expecting me to play something here. Yeah, see, they had a Royal Eruption, and it's good thing we didn't block with the Etchin of Kamano. Yeah, I guess playing that puts them in lethal then, right? Because they only have 2 blockers, and I have 3 attackers, and they can't power up Den of the Bugbear. All right, definitely interesting match. Opponent goes first. Hand's okay. Land's a little awkward, but we can always play one of these on turn 1. Also can draw an untapped one. We'll play. I guess we'll play the Sundown Pass on turn 1. Play the green version of that on turn 2. Definitely a playable hand, I would say. Some sort of mono black deck. I think we try getting the Black Market Tycoon out, as I feel like Gallagreators is definitely a target immediately. If we can get to a turn where Stimulus Package and Gallagreators are both out, we can, use the treasure tokens, create treasure tokens, and it kind of works hand in hand. We haven't really seen that just yet. It's a good little combo in the deck. They drew a mana, played a mana. They're thinking. It's tough. Turn 1's always tough. Turn 2's always tough. Maybe they're, I don't know, mulling it over. Do they want to play this mana? Do they want to play that mana? Maybe they're on mobile. I know the mobile UI is sometimes a little awkward. You're always fighting with the hand to bring it up into play, and then trying to drag your card out of play into, I don't know, a little weird. Or they disconnected. I don't really know. I played a Sundown Pass. Oh, never mind. Oh, okay. We got Jadar. Okay, so we're creating zombies. Some sort of Zambi deck. Interesting. Well, this goes on green. I almost played the Mountain, which would have been Bad News Bears because I wouldn't have been able to do anything. I will take the 2 from the Decayed Zombie. This would be a terrible hand if they have removal. Take the 2. You're free 2 points of damage. No blocks. I'm not about that life, unfortunately. With it being a mono black deck, it's definitely a deck you can smell. Maybe like a Meat Hook is in my future. Turn 4. I feel like playing Gallagreators is the play. As much as I could create a treasure. I feel like if they would have had removal, they would have played removal. Like swing? Is this a swing turn? Sure. I don't know what they got. If they have removal, they have removal, but I think we're good. Yeah, I was gonna say. There's no... there's a few cards that pump in black, but I don't think people main deck them black, especially in like a mono black control style deck. We'll take the 1, or the 2, I should say. We'll go to whatever life. I think this is a next turn where this is a turn. If they don't get rid of Gallagreators, we will play Stimulus Package. And then I think it's off to the races then. Well, Stimulus Package. All right, we got some stick. They don't have enough mana to kill them both. I think we swing them both. They're a stick, though. Sure. And we'll end turn. I mean, I could have, it's a turn where I could have, made my tokens, got a bunch of triggers out of it. I'm still confused to what we're doing here. Interesting. They fell into my trap card. Trade in a 1/1 to block the Jadar. I'll take the 2 and block the Jadar. Maybe board wipe if they saw it on board. Seems very telling that I was gonna do that. Sure. It's perfectly fine. I guess that they were gonna wipe the board regardless. We'll gain 2 life. They already lost their things, so Aghast for 1. Nice. Rousing, you don't say. Do we play? I think this is a turn where we play Wedding Announcement. I don't think we play Devil. We can also play Jetmir, but then we run out of treasure tokens. And we'll play Devil. We'll play Devil. See what happens. We'll end turn. We get a token. Pump the guy. Say go. Next turn could be interesting. Next turn could be pretty interesting, I would say. What are you looking at my stimulus package for? I see you eyeing it. Three cards in hand. What does our opponent have? I take 1. Easy take 1. No blocks. If they meat hook again, I'm cool. Go for it. Sure. I'll create my tokens afterwards, and, big deal. We take some life. We'll resolve all. We'll take 1. They go to 19. That's their turn, I guess. I don't know. They play 2 meat hooks, which is definitely great for us because, we have stimulus package, Jadar, sure. Create a zombie, sure. Can't block. We will rabble Rousing. We will hide this away. I mean, I could attack and get 1. If they want to block, they can block. I'm not worried. Can't block with your 2/2. We'll get a 1/1. Now we have 3 1/1s. Next turn, it gets really interesting. If they can't do anything to our board, we get a bunch of triggers. They have their Hive, which they can attack in with. I'm not worried about a Hive. Sure. They can get a card. I'll take 2. If I start getting low, I mean, it could be a turn where you play Jetmir and just kind of overwhelm them that way. We have 6 mana. Yeah, we'll just get in for some big damage. We get 3 triggers. We'll swing in for 10. Can't block with your 2/2, has no block. Alright, they're at 9. And all our creatures are bigger. I'll block with a 2/2? Question mark? I'll lose 1 instead of 2. And their follow-up? Get a new zombie. Nice. And everything has +1/+0, +1/+0, trample, haste, the whole works. And scoop. And scoop. And scoop. 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 Let's drop the GGs. We'll wait. We're this close, though, to get devil triggers. It's unfortunate. I mean, we're swinging through 20, and they don't have enough to activate Hive and block. Even if that was the case, I think they're still dead. And we're back. So overall, the deck I seem to actually perform fairly well. I mean, sure, we're playing against the play queue. The competition is maybe not as high as maybe a competitive queue, but in regard, I mean, we were able to consistently put pressure on our opponents fairly quickly. There was definitely a lot of games where we were able to, even without the devil, we were just able to put enough pressure tokens wise that the opponent was just, they lost in one fell swing, which is definitely great with the deck. I mean, the deck did perform. You know, if this is definitely something you want to check out, I would say this is probably a little bit more of a fun deck than more of a competitive deck, but if you want to give it a swing out on the competitive ladder, go for it. I'll have a link down in the description below. If you're playing a version of the deck, let me know down in the comments below. But yet again, fun deck with fun cards. Hit the like button on the video if you liked the video. If you're new here, want to post new videos on the channel, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, see you in the next video.